On September 11, 2025, an astronomer in Russia made a discovery every comet watcher dreams of. But instead of just another icy visitor from the Oort cloud, this one began rewriting the playbook. Vladimir Bezugi spotted a faint blur that would soon be named a two-swan. Within days, it went from obscure to dazzling, its brightness surging like a cosmic flare, its tail stretching wider than the moon in the sky, and its orbit doing things comets simply aren't supposed to do. This is the story of a cosmic wild card that stunned the astronomical world and ignited debates across observatories, social media, and space forums. Stay with us, the images don't just show a comet, they reveal a deepening mystery. Make sure you're subscribed, because the sky may never look the same after this. It started quietly, as most discoveries do. Using the SOHO-SWAN instrument, a space-based solar observatory that also detects comets, Vladimir Bezugi noticed something on September 11, 2025. At first glance, it was just another faint speck at magnitude 11. For context, that's invisible to the naked eye and requires a decent telescope. But within hours of the first confirmation images, things got weird. The tail, normally a small, delicate streamer, already stretched an astonishing 2 degrees across space. That's about 4 times the apparent width of the full moon. Even in moderate city light, it was visible through binoculars. Bezugi filed his discovery report with the Minor Planet Center just hours later. But by the time his email hit their inbox, a two-swan had already begun to break the rules. Most comets brighten gradually as they approach the sun. They follow a predictable curve, a slow, steady increase in brightness as sunlight vaporizes ices and releases dust. Within days, its brightness spiked from magnitude 11 to magnitude 7.4. In comet watcher terms, that's like flipping a switch from faint fuzz to almost naked eye visible overnight. The September 12 Minor Planet Center bulletin read like a breaking news alert: comet a two-swan brightening rapidly. Tail already 2 degrees long. Magnitude 7.4. In less than a week, the comet's head glowed with an intensity that outpaced every other swan discovery in the past 5 years. Bezugi himself called it a record breaker for enigmatic behavior. The numbers were impressive, but the structure of the tail was even stranger. Most comets display a single, well-behaved tail, gas and dust streaming away from the sun in a straight line. Our two-swan's tail looked more like a fan or a warped ribbon. Early reports described it as striated, possibly multi-railed, with subtle bends and knots visible even in amateur CCD images. These weren't the hallmarks of a quiet, ordinary visitor from the Oort cloud. Something was happening inside this nucleus, something volatile, dynamic, maybe even unstable. Astronomers began debating what could drive such rapid transformation. Initial JPL and Minor Planet Center calculations showed a perihelion of just 0.5 astronomical units, that's inside Mercury's orbit, on September 12, followed by a close pass near Mars. The estimated orbital period ranged anywhere from 620 to over 22,000 years. The huge uncertainty came from a short observation arc and the comet's proximity to the Sun, making precise tracking difficult. Some orbital solutions hinted it might be a dynamically new comet plunging in from the far reaches of the solar system for the first time. Others suggested it had passed near the Sun before and might be a fragment of a larger body. Whatever the answer, it refused to settle neatly into the models astronomers have trusted for decades. Memes, countdowns, and amateur time lapses began to circulate. The hashtag Swan Comet trended in multiple languages. For many, this was their first time seeing a potentially great comet develop in real time. Inside observatories, reactions were a mix of excitement and confusion. Comet scientists compared its activity to the legendary Comet Holmes outburst of 2007, but on a more dramatic timeline. Some warned the surge might be short-lived, that a two-swan could be undergoing a massive outgassing event before fading or fragmenting entirely. Others speculated about non-gravitational forces. Comets can jet like rockets when sublimating ices push unevenly, altering their path. But one thing was certain, our two-swan was not following the standard celestial playbook. Because comets are usually predictable. They're cosmic exhaust, leftovers from the formation of the solar system, obeying gravity and sunlight in well-understood ways. Some even floated the idea that A21 might be a fragment of a much larger parent body, possibly connected to ancient recorded comets. While these theories remain speculative, they underline a key point: our models of comets are still evolving, and A21 is testing their limits. As October approached, telescopes around the world trained on A21. Would it brighten further and become a true great comet visible to the naked eye at dusk? Or would it fragment and fade like so many before it? Even now, images from amateurs and professionals keep adding to the puzzle. Each new frame reveals changes in the coma, the jets, the tail's shape. It's like watching a living, breathing object transform night after night. For sky watchers, this is a rare gift. For scientists, it's a challenge. For everyone else, it's a reminder that the universe still holds surprises. A21 began as a faint speck on September 11, 2025. In less than a week, it shattered expectations, brightened beyond predictions, and developed a tale that defies simple explanation. Whether it becomes a great comet or fizzles out, it's already written itself into the record books as one of the most enigmatic comets of the decade. Here on this channel, we're following its journey frame by frame, digging into the science and the mystery as it unfolds. If you don't want to miss what happens next, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with your friends. Because the sky above us is alive with stories, and A21 is one of the most compelling right now. Stay curious, keep looking up, and let's watch this mystery together. Thank you for watching my channel.